Hey guys, before we get started on the show, I made a little mistake throughout the interview. I kept mentioning for people to buy the pay-per-view. This event is free. Thank you, Magda. Krasimir Kostadinov versus Frank Lamparelli will be on AWC Championship YouTube channel. I'll chuck it all in the description. I'll shut up now. Let's get on the interview. Bang! Krasimir Kostadinov. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ready Bang, the #1 arm wrestling show in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and look at this monster that we have on the show. You might even call him a dragon. He is one of the strongest pullers to ever do it, an ultimate legend in the sport and a future Hall of Famer. He has an incredible match that we're going to talk about, April 12th, AWC, and it's in Poland. I'm talking about the one and only, the Dragon, Krasimir Kostadinov. Krasi, how are you, my man?
Hey everyone. I'm great. Preparing for the match. Just a few more serious trainings, and after that we'll go down the pressure and recover for the match.
Wow, before we get to this awesome match, mate, we haven't really seen you competitively since King of the Table in December. And
Yes.
wowee, what a performance against Paul Lynn. And I, Krasimir, for one, was wrong. I thought Paul Lynn was going to win, and I was wrong, so I apologise. But you looked calm. You looked prepared. Mate, you looked incredible.
Thank you. I was very well prepared for Todd Hutchins, and when I lost that match, I was so disappointed. But I just continued training with the same speed, and this was the result against Paul.
It was an incredible song. Just quickly on that Toddzilla match, because I don't think people are just understanding how good Toddzilla is at the moment. How strong did he feel, and how would you compare him over some of the legends that you've pulled over the years?
He is incredible. In the hook, he is incredible. I wish I had another 2-3 months to prepare, because before that match, I was mostly focusing on the top rowers, mostly focusing on my side pressure and wrist. And for Hutchins, I needed a lot more biceps and pronation. And it turned out that 2 months is not enough. I really would like to face him at least once more.
Yeah.
And I hope this match will sooner or later happen again.
Absolutely.
But what can I say? In hook, he's amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible, and it's been about 14 months since you pulled John Brezink. On last weekend, John was having one of his last matches. Did you watch that match? And what did John? Because you won quite comfortably. What did John feel like? I think it was January last year when you pulled him. What did John feel like?
Actually, it was pretty much what I expected. My wrist and fingers were very well prepared for my match with John, and I had no problems to curl him. Inside the first round, because I didn't prepare so much my hook, and the first round he was pretty close to beat me in hook. But my wrist and fingers were solid enough to be able to curl him. And in the hook, lately he's not what he used to be, and I was able to beat him.
Yeah, quite comfortably. And just quickly to the Paul Lynn match before we get to your awesome match coming up. What was the difference in the pulling? Because it looked like you showed zero emotion. It was one of the times Usually, you know, I've seen you grit your face. You've been in grinders and belters. But this one for Paul, even though he did take you to the B-side, you were composed, just knew where you had to go. I mean, take us through it, because we haven't seen anyone do that to Paul in for a while.
Just I was stronger, and not much to explain about that match. Just I was a little bit stronger and was able to. I'm the guy with the better endurance, and I was a little bit stronger, and that allowed me to do what I want in that match. So if he was a little bit stronger, then the situation could be different. Maybe then he could take a round or two, but since I'm the guy with the better endurance, and in that case I was a little bit stronger, this was the result.
Yeah, and what a result it was. Absolutely. At that same King of the Table, obviously Levan was there, and he pulled Jerry. You're one of the rare people that have a pin on Levan, my man. Like, do you just look at that big mountain and go, I've already pinned you, mate?
It was different Levan, the one that I beat. Back then he was 140 kilos, and we put tested event. Right now he is 180 kilos, and he's pulling non-tested events, so it's a big difference.
Yeah, it would be 180 kilos. Is that too big, in your opinion? Is 180 kilos too big?
Depends for what.
Yeah, like, oh, jeez, he's a monster. He is a monster.
For a man, it's too big. For an animal, it's not that big.
100% spot on. And you were there for Brian Shaw and Eddie Hall. Is it, for someone that's been in arm wrestling for so long, was it exciting? Was it good to see the strongmen coming over? Are you one of the old guard that welcome everyone into the sport?
For me, it was very exciting because I was expecting Brian to dominate Eddie, actually. I was thinking that it's going to be just three flash pins, but Eddie surprised me. Definitely, Eddie showed that he knows how to pull, especially in the straps. I was expecting. I was just expecting Brian to be too much, but it was very interesting and good match.
And what do you think, or how long do you? It seems to be. I'll start again. Seems to be one of the most asked questions in the world. How long do you think it would take Brian to reach the top tens? You know, to beat a Vitali, a Morozov, even a Dave Chafee and things like that. I mean, I see the smirk there, so I'm looking forward to your answer.
It's not sure if he will be ever able to do that. Maybe he will, but if he's able to do that, he needs at least, I don't know, 5 years, maybe more.
Okay, wow. 5 years, 4 or 5 years for Brian Shaw. That's all you Brian Shaw fans in the comments. You leave my friend alone. He's being honest.
Not 4 or 5, at least 5, 7, 10 years.
Wow.
It's not that easy to get to top 10. It's not that easy, believe me.
Oh, you're beauty. That is unreal. But I tell you what is unreal. April 12th, you are taking on Frank Lamparelli. First of all, I think it's fantastic that you're able to pull at this event. I'm very, very happy. Did you ask for the match? Did Frank ask for the match? Or did Magda just offer you and say, do you want it?
Magda offered me a match and I accepted.
Yep. And what weight class?
Actually, we didn't. He's 115 and I'm 105, and I just agreed on that.
Okay, so you're not too bothered, yeah. Okay.
He's about 10 kilos heavier, but we faced before. I beat him in the past. let's see if I will be able to do it again.
Yeah, when was the... I didn't know that you two had pulled before. When was the last time you and Frank pulled?
I don't remember actually.
Many years ago.
Yeah, many years ago.
Okay.
Uh, maybe it was in France, 2013, maybe.
Oh, wow. 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes. So, do you think this is because Frank's last couple of matches lost to Sergey Kalinichenko, lost to Dave Chafee, much heavier people? Do you think by taking this match with you, Frank wants to come down to the 105 kilo class?
I don't think that he's going to do 105. He's just pulling the guys that he's offered to pull.
Yeah.
I think that he stays at 115.
Yeah. Okay. And you feel comfortable at 105? You don't want to follow Todd Hutchings down to 95 kilos?
No. I don't want to go there. I don't feel my elbows that good when I go down with the weight.
Yeah.
3-4 kilos when I go to 100, it's okay. But when I go below 100, my elbows don't feel good.
Yeah. And do you think with Frank that he has any chance of beating you? You mentioned before you loved messing around with top rollers because your hook is phenomenal. So do you think Frank's got any chance?
In life, and sport, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Just I hope to be the better and the stronger man that day.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's great. And he's best of 5 this matchup.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you excited? Because the one thing I'm enjoying about this card, and I can't wait to watch it, April 12th, everyone, in Poland. I'll put all the details in the descriptions. Is there's only 4 matches. There's only 4 matches on this card. Do you like that, or are you someone that just loves watching arm wrestling all day at an event? Or do you like the idea of only having 4 matches over here? Because you've been at them all. You've been in an East versus West, where they've been 13, 14, 15. King of the table with 5 or 6.
In my opinion, the best version of super match format would be something that ends in 3 hours. Yeah. Something up to 3 hours is the limit, in my opinion. After that, the adrenaline and the emotions go down.
Yeah. Could not agree with you more. Could not. I'd even make it a little bit shorter. Make us wanting more. And so with this match with Frank, can you give the people a bit of an idea your preparation from it? Your last match was in December. It's now going to be 4.5 months since your last super match. What's the preparation for Krasi?
Well, usually when I'm pulling Europeans or World Championships, I train my hook against hook pullers and against top rowers equally, because there you don't know if your opponent will be hook or top rower. For example, for Todd Hutchins, I started training mostly hook versus hook, 2 months, and after it for Paulin another 2-3 months, and it turned out that about 5 months I was preparing just hook versus hook. And after that, December, I started to rest a little bit. I mean, I was training, but not with that intensity, about a month. And at the end of January, I started mostly 80% of my training right now is hook versus top row. This is 80% of my training and 20% hook versus hook. Wow. So I'm mostly focusing again on my wrist and fingers and side pressure.
Yeah, okay. You've heard it there from a multi-time world champion. That's how he's going to get the job done. It's happening April 12th. Hey, were you guys are the main event So, what's the goal? What's the goal? Obviously, you come in, you beat Frank. Where's the next step? If you got to choose, where would be the next step?
I don't know. I prefer to don't speak about this. Most likely, I'm going to pull Europeans.
Yep.
In June. So just want to win this match if it's possible, and after that we'll concentrate on the Europeans.
Yeah, nice. So, I mean, you love pulling at the WAF Euros, you love pulling at the WAF Worlds, and also we love seeing you on a super match card.
I am for the tested events always. I want all the super matches to be tested events.
Okay. Do you think we can ever do that?
Of course, of course.
What will it take?
It will take decisions from the organizers to say, from now on, all my events will be tested. This is what it will take.
Yeah. Okay. So do you believe that the sport is being ruined or being tarnished because events aren't tested?
I really don't like that it's untested event, the super match formats. I would like all the super matches to be tested events.
Yeah.
Like in boxing, in professional boxing, there is doping control. Yeah. All the big sports, actually, the events are tested. I don't know why in arm wrestling we're not testing the athletes.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I could be wrong, mate. You've been in the sport decades more than me. I think it comes down to money. They can't afford it. I don't know, but
the thing is that I don't think the champions will be a lot more different than now. Just maybe they will not look so monstrous. This is what I believe will be the difference. The super heavyweights will not be that big and ripped. They will be just big.
Yeah. Okay. Now, for everyone watching, and if you are new to the sport, I interviewed Krasi years ago, and he said the exact same thing. So this isn't Krasimir crying poor or not liking the sport or something's gone wrong. Krasi has been saying this for years. When we've caught up at King of the Table, you know, you mentioned it then. Years ago, if you go back to the Aussie Arm Wrestlers archives, my first interview with Krasi, he was saying the same thing. So he's flying the flag, and you were at a tested event in Norway, the Hardanger Open. My friend's there.
Yes. It was a very professional event, and I liked it.
They're great. I've been there twice.
The one thing that I didn't like was the system. It was something strange about the system, about the tournament. You pulled too many matches, in my opinion, if I remember correct. You're pulling more than Europeans and Worlds. It's some weird system that I didn't like, but it ran very smooth and very fast, and all the things with the referees and the judge, the guys on the mic, everything was really well organized.
Oh, fantastic. Now, before we wrap up our chat, buddy, because I always love having a chat with you, I could talk to you for hours. Do you have a final message for Frank Lamparelli for your super match?
I just hope we both get there healthy and we show our best.
There it is. You've got it there from the Dragon himself. Guys, make sure, if you can, check out the pay-per-view. It is going to be a killer match. My prediction, Krasimir Kostadinov wins that one 3-0 as he takes on Frank Lamparelli, AWC. Get it all in there. Krasi, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining the show. I love it. Love